Assalamualaikum and have a good day to our respected lecturer, Sir Muhammad Rahizal Shah bin Abdul Karim. In this video, we are going to explain our group assignment. The topic that we have chosen is Najib Razak's BRIM initiative, eliminating poverty and strengthening social welfare. But before that, let me introduce myself and my group members. So in this group consists of 4 members, include myself, Muhammad Razli bin Kabimbangan, Muhammad Erzan bin Sudin, Preti bin Manjin, and Aishu Maira Albinus. So this is the table of content of our video presentation. First, we have introduction. Second, implication, challenges, issue, and also conclusion. Datuk Sri Najib Razak served as the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia from April 2009 to May 2018 during a transformational period in the country's history. Born into a prominent political family as the oldest son of Malaysia's second Prime Minister Tun Abdul Razak Hussein, Najib inherited a legacy of leadership and governance. He is known for the various initiatives introduced to improve the living standards of the people, especially the low and middle income groups. One of his contributions was the introductions to Bantuan Rakyat One Malaysia (BRIM) in 2012, a financial aid aimed at reducing the burden of the society's living costs. These initiatives proved his approach to policies and favoring the people, focusing on basic needs and more equitable distributions of financial resources. BRIM significantly helps the people and the nation's economy. As for the society, the BRIM reduced the cost of living, increase purchasing power, and reduce economic inequality among society. Meanwhile, in terms of the nation's economy, it stimulates domestic demand, supports economic sustainability in times of global uncertainty, and ensure more efficient fiscal policy. As a step in line with his vision under the policy of One Malaysia, people first, achievement first, BRIM has become a symbol of the government's efforts at the time to help the people face global and domestic economic challenges. However, this initiative also sparked debate from various parties, making it one of the important elements in evaluating his performance as the 6th Prime Minister of Malaysia. Therefore, the purpose of this video is to discuss the implementation, challenges, and the issue of the implementations of the BRIM initiative.
Next is implication, consequences of nation building. The One Malaysia People's Aid BRIM, launched in 2012 by former Prime Minister Najib Razak, aimed to support the B40 income group through direct financial assistance, reducing socio-economic disparities, and fostering social inclusion. By targeting marginalized communities, particularly in minority ethnic areas like Sabah and Sarawak, BRIM helped address poverty and promote unity among Malaysian diverse population, contributing to national harmony and solidarity. BRIM aimed to strengthen public trust in the government, contributing to political stability by addressing economic hardships faced by the B40 group. It demonstrated the government's commitment to welfare, fostering trust and confidence in its policies. For many recipients, BRIM symbolized government responsiveness, bolstering support for the ruling coalition, particularly during elections, and ensuring vulnerable populations felt included in national development. While BRIM provided immediate financial relief, its long-term impact on nation building has been debated. Critics argue it failed to address structural issues like limited access to jobs and quality education. For instance, a fresh graduate remained unemployed despite receiving aid due to a lack of opportunities in his field. Sustainable nation building requires policies that focus on education, skill development, and creating long-term employment opportunities. BRIM stimulated local economies by increasing domestic consumptions as B40 households spend financial aid on essentials, boosting small businesses and economic activity, especially in rural areas. For instance, a family in a small town might use BRIM funds to buy goods, supporting local shops. However, its capacity for sustainable growth depends on broader economic reforms. In summary, BRIM contribute to nation building by reducing poverty, fostering social cohesion, and driving economic activity through concerns about dependency and fiscal sustainability remain.
The first challenge in implementing BRIM is the economic strain on the government. BRIM required significant annual funding to support a large number of recipients. Over the years, payout increased, further adding to the financial burden. These issues was worsened by declining oil revenues, which were a key source of income for the government. Sustainability became a major concern as the program strained public finance. Next, BRIM faced criticism for seen as a populist measure. Many accused the program of being politically motivated, especially since payment often coincided with election cycles. Critics argue that BRIM was used to gain voter support rather than genuinely address poverty. Additionally, cash handouts alone could not solve deeper issues like structural poverty and income inequality. Another major challenge was the complexity of identifying and verifying eligible recipients. The process required coordination across multiple government agencies and databases, which often lead to errors. Fraud was a common issue, with some ineligible individuals receiving payments, while others who genuinely needed help were excluded. These issues strained administrative resources and undermined public confidence. Finally, inflation further reduced BRIM's effectiveness. While the payment provided short-term relief, rising costs of essentials like food, fuel, and housing eroded their value. Many families found the assistance insufficient to cover their basic needs, and over time, the payments could not keep pace with inflation. This limited the program's ability to provide lasting financial relief.
Now, moving on to the factor and issues around BRIMs, which makes it challenging for the Prime Minister, where we are going to discuss the details. What are the challenges that surround the initiatives? The first issue is dependence on aid. Constant financial support can discourage individuals from pursuing personal goals and building skills, fostering reliance on aid. The second issue is political tool perception. Critics argue BRIM is more a political tool than a genuine welfare, as it offers short-term relief without addressing deeper issues like poverty and income inequality. Another issue is limited impact on cost of living. BRIM doesn't account for inflation, reducing its effectiveness. A 2019 World Bank report found it provided only temporary help without reducing long-term poverty or inequality. The fourth is targeting and distribution issues. Discrepancies in aid distribution have led to frustration, such as recipients receiving less than expected, damaging BRIM's credibility. The factor as to why BRIM's success is limited also poses challenge to the initiatives. The first factor are economic inequality and poverty levels. BRIM doesn't address deep-rooted income inequality, particularly in rural areas like East Malaysia, where families struggle with low wages and limited access to services. The second is rising cost of living. Inflation has diminished the value of BRIM, with recipients using it mostly for basic needs, limiting its impact on long-term improvement. Another factor is political landscape. Some view BRIM as a tool to win political support rather than a sustainable solution, which undermine its legitimacy. And then the next factor is global economic challenges. Malaysia's dependency on oil exports made the economy vulnerable to global price fluctuations, affecting government revenues and welfare programs like BRIM.
In conclusion, BRIM was significant policy introduced by Datuk Sri Najib Razak's administrations to address economic challenges and improve the welfare of the low-income Malaysians. Launched in 2012, it provides immediate financial assistance to the B40 group, reduce socio-economic disparities, and foster social inclusions in Malaysia. BRIM helps reduce poverty, strengthen nation's unity, and stimulate the local economy, especially in rural and ethnic areas such as Sabah and Sarawak. These initiatives also support small businesses, increase domestic consumptions and build trust between government and citizens, contributing to political stability. BRIM provides short-term economic replies, but criticism of it include creating dependence on the government, preventing sustainable income growth, and being used as a political tool. This program is also considered insufficient to address the causes of poverty, such as employment opportunities, access to education, and the reasons of cost of living. Inflation reduces the value of aid, making it harder for recipients to manage their finances. BRIM reflects the government's response to the needs of the people, but Malaysia needs to shift from short-term cash assistance to policies that empower individuals through education, skills, and employment. Structural reforms to address income inequality, economic resistance, and inflation are essential to ensure future welfare is more effective and sustainable. BRIM also is an initiative that addresses immediate economic challenges but highlights the difficulty of balancing short-term aid with long-term development goals. His legacy reminds us of the importance of aligning welfare policies with nations' building strategies for inclusive and sustainable progress.